Thanks for tuning into my video on why people need recognition if you want a high-performing group. There's no better way to increase performance of group members than to recognize the behaviors you'd like to see repeated. The more recognition people are given, the more they'll achieve great things. The more great things they achieve, the more you'll have to write about in your recognition reports. It's a self-fulfilling promise. Simple and sincere acts of recognition, even though they're really underused in a lot of groups, are very, very high impact and can make a big difference in overall group performance if you have a program that recognizes people's exceptional performance. And we'll get into all of that right now. So how it's done? Sure, saying thank you or telling somebody a job was well done after you've seen some sort of exceptional performance is very important. That personal touch is very important. You definitely want to say or give these examples of positive performance on their performance evaluations, certainly. And also, you'd want to bring these up during your public recognition events. I don't know if your group has recognition events, but I would encourage you to have them, at least on an annual basis, so you can tell people exactly how proud you are of what they are contributing to the group. What I'm going to talk about today is a specific type of recognition process that I've used and found it to be highly successful and highly impactful on the people that worked for me. Before I do, let's talk a little bit about what are the things that you're going to want to recognize. If all you do is recognize average performance, then that's all people are going to do. They're just going to repeat average performance. What you want to do is recognize the exceptional performance areas that people are demonstrating, okay? You don't want to recognize unexceptional and average performance. It just doesn't work. And it appears as pandering, and it appears to be insincere, and typically it is. We're not just going through the motions of recognition here. We're actually generating a lot of healthy job satisfaction and a lot of high performance on the part of the group through the process of recognizing exceptional performance. So let's talk about what those things are. The first area that's ripe for recognition is when anybody demonstrates a very positive response to a significant event. Something like an emergency or some exceptional situation, a customer dissatisfied perhaps, and the response on the part of the group member was exceptional and on target. This is an area that's ripe for your recognition reports, okay? Let's go to the second one. The second one is our routine duties, where this person has become the best person in the group that performs that duty. Now, routine duties as themselves are pretty routine. You're just recognizing the person in the group that's become the best at that practice, okay? The third area is where a person has gone beyond the call of duty. And now this could be a small task, a small area, or it could be a large one like the first example I gave. But anytime somebody steps across that line and has gone beyond the call of duty, this is a ripe area for reporting, okay? The fourth is when a person comes up with an idea that helps improve productivity. Now, any idea that helps to improve the group that's submitted and it works is a ripe area for a recognition report. But you also want to focus on those areas where improving productivity kind of moves to the top of the line, because we know what productivity does. Higher productivity means more time, same effort, more profits, all the way around. Everybody wins with higher productivity. So you want to focus on behaviors that you want repeated. Somebody comes up with a good idea on increasing productivity, hit it with a recognition report, okay? The fifth area and final area that I'd like to add is that anytime somebody has taken on additional responsibilities or perhaps have volunteered for a special assignment that nobody else wanted to do, those are ripe areas for a recognition report, okay? So those are the big five. We'll go over them again. Positive response to significant events, becoming the best at anything, going beyond the call of duty, improving productivity, and last but not least, taking on additional responsibilities or volunteering for something nobody else wanted to do, okay? So you want to find things to write about. You want to focus on those five areas, but you can only do that if you're watching what's happening, if you're observing what's going on. Once again, be sincere. There's no fluff here. And what you really need to understand from their perspective is that positive recognition not recognized is taken for granted. And I agree with them. Okay, so let's talk about one of the most effective ways you can pass on recognition about the people that work for you. Step one is you observe one of those 5 events and you write a personal email from yourself to your boss, about their performance. You don't CC them on the email. It's just a simple note from you to your boss letting them know that you would recognize somebody's exceptional performance. The next thing you do after you send that email is you take a copy of that email. You send it to the individual that is the reason for the email and their exceptional performance. You send them a copy and you do not CC your supervisor. You want to do about 4 to 6 reports a year, and when that personnel evaluation is ready to be written, you want to make sure all those examples are in that performance evaluation. This does a couple things. One is when that person below you sees you taking the time to report that high-level performance, and not just down on a piece of paper and not just with a thank you, but you're actually taking the time to send it to your boss. Secondly, when they see those examples showing up on their annual evaluation, they know for certain that whatever they're doing in the field is actually going to show up on paper and they're going to be recognized for it. The more you write about this exceptional performance, the more exceptional performance you're going to write about. People want to achieve great things. And when you recognize exceptional performance, they're going to repeat it over and over and over again. In my experience as a leader, the more we did this, the more we got, to the point where we were seeing meteoric increases in performance on all the folks that worked for us. Take advantage of this. It really works. It's satisfying for the people that work for you, and most importantly, you create a very high-performing group, all through recognition. Thanks for watching.